I like to go back. Do your thing, chat. I think this year, this is probably the most we haven't played each other.
Glad to have you with us from Eugene, Oregon. A beautiful college football afternoon in the place quoted as being where great teams go to die. Today, the raucous crowd already fired up as their Ducks are set to open another season at Autzen Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we see the
letting us play.
Team in the country, the
Jeff,
Utah Utes.
let us get up in here. Wouldn't it would have laid out by now?
For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't have made the kickoff.
And the Ducks ready to put toe to leather and get this season started.
Let's go. Oh, who the hell is these guys back here?
Oh, he's going to go for the return. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The run from the shotgun. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
Tyreek Hill Jr., first touch in the fucking college football. He took that bitch to the crib. Stop playing. Tyreek Hill Jr., man.
He took it all the way. Touchdown, Utah. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Tyreek Hill, first touch ever, man. He took that bitch to the crib.
They go right down the field. They score a touchdown. And they made a statement.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The offense lining up for a first down play. Handoff from the gun. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Higgins. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass.
Get him.
Pocket starts to collapse.
Really impressed with how this team is seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
Ooh. Man, Tyreek Hill Jr. took that bitch to the crib. His first touch, man. Yes, God.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He hurls.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, first 2 touches. Let's go. Let's go.
He got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Utes.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponents, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Makes his connection. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down.
Fuck.
And that pass
Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Somebody hawk him down.
Inside the 40.
Go get him, Tyreek.
That's
cool.
The 10.
That's cool. I seen
Oregon. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he's going to run it back. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Got his man quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout.
Do that
He
bitch.
makes the catch.
Scared me a
And
little
the
bit.
big gain, they've got it on the 46.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The back goes in motion. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move.
Good job.
Complete to the right. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Oh, holding. Okay, good.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw it. Trying to get to it.
Bro, I ain't gonna. I pressed 2 buttons at the same time. I ain't even know who I was passing it to.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to
I
dial
seen
up
the
pressure,
85
knowing
come
there's
around
no
the
extra
edge.
bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon.
Ready?
He runs routes, he's fast, he's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots.
Touchdown, Utah!
Micah.
And they made it to the house.
Micah Irvin, man. Michael Irvin's son.
Climbs up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Utah, 21-7. Here he comes with the return.
Oh.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he
We
would
had a
have
black
gotten with
man
a
back there.
touchback.
He might have ran that back. But he was too slow.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here. Make something happen on
What
this
the
side
fuck?
of the
And he was off to the races. And he
No,
gets it
but
to the 45.
I'm kind of amazed how big.
Always have to be aware of the running threat
I'm
from the Oregon
I'm amazed how
quarterback, but
big
here's
Shorty
getting
is. What he
business
like
done through the air.
6'6"?
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his
He
legs.
played wide
The
receiver
game,
or
all the
tight
stuff
end.
They can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think
Back up.
when you've seen the
That nigga got
Ducks
star
teams
underneath his
throughout
name.
history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
Stop the first down.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Looking down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Going for it all. Go to the end zone. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Jeff.
A great start for this quarterback here.
I got 4 corners. That's 99 speed. All my top 4 corners.
His decision making.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to
Come on.
Getting some heat.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. I'll take it.
Yeah, and this defense has had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will.
My man was running across the field. I could not see what fucking button he was.
That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Bringing it back, it's Ventura. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds.
Let's go, fellas.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. At the 40, there he goes. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. That gives him 54 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. The Ducks are threatening in the red zone. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Organized chaos, man. Organized chaos. By the time you found the hole, we closed in.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him.
I bit so hard the last time. I'd have came back to it too.
All the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell.
Let's go.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Using his legs, keeping his eyes down.
I thought Ref was my player.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Florida Atlantic is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Boca for some time.
1
They're
minute
up
15.
14. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. On the move at the 30. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
Damn, they over pursue like
Cranking
a
up a
motherfucker
drive like
on
that
left
can
side.
really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Here's the handoff.
He gone. Oh.
And the defense
Come
stops him
on.
just short of the first down. Maybe needed a
supposed to
few
take
more
off.
chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him
You
over
gotta
the
take
top.
that. He is
And it's in,
smoking
complete, going
them.
for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
He ain't got no
And
pressure
how
on
loud is it
him.
in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Snags it over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Motion from the offense. He's back to throw on second down. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been.
Well, the offense trying to take a shot and get aggressive downfield, that's when the defense just has to come up with an opportunity to make the interception in the end zone. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left
I
hash.
got it. Wow.
It's good.
I ain't gonna.
And that will extend their lead even
That
further.
bitch was all the way to the left. I ain't gonna lie. That bitch was all the way to
So
the
they get
left.
the late field goal right before the half, and
I
not
have
much
no
time
idea how
after
I
this
made
kickoff
that.
for an answer.
That shit was in the orange.
You'll call for the fair
The arrow
catch
was
here.
straight, but the meter was on the orange to the left side.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top on first down. Coming after him. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Good job, man. You too.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Higgins. Flips it out to the back.
You're supposed to cut out
At
the
the 35, he's got room. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone.
Return that for a touchdown.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Yeah. Oh.
Bringing it back. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half.
Hey, yo. Yo, he threw it over everybody on the field here. Like, what?
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2.
Good tackle,
Man, that D tackle is a freak.
I'm surprised he ain't got no star underneath his name. I'm surprised he ain't got no star underneath his name as good as he played last season.
This offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Catch in the middle. It's Selvia. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
He won't stop from catching. He got at least a tackle, 7.
That was a massive play for this offense. They needed
Watch 14,
some
big ass.
momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts, Bill Musgrave, or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He'll try it again. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Feeling some heat. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
What numbers you
want?
want? 50.
The backfield, he'll lose a couple.
50. We need to go
Great
get
job.
Come on, 50. Every
Everybody
minute.
firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. This quarterback part of their running game. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This is a designed run. Past the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
To the air on 1st down. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
It's complete on the right side. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the 1st down.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead of you.
the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. He's got it. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions.
How I touched the pile on it and get a touchdown.
Football all game long.
That's crazy. That boy Tyreek Hill Jr. is something serious, bro.
Game, but they elect to lead the offense on the field on 4th down. Touchdown, Utes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time for 1 more snap before the end of the quarter.
Let's go defense turning up, fellas.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Pressure coming. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
They need to put on this game on 26. They need to put fucking concussions on this bitch. Too many niggas running around not getting concussions.
Back to throw, it's Higgins. They're trying to get to it.
Get him.
Looking for his man in
Damn,
the middle.
look at his eyes down.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll take another shot here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation.
I could have
now
caught that pick if
they're going to take
I
shots
went
down
for
the field.
it. I was trying
Maybe
to
I'm a
cover,
little
just
bit more
trying to
aggressive
bat it
in my
down.
blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
What? Oh.
A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Oregon. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Late in the game, and the confidence is building. If only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And let's check
Just
in with
wanna
Kevin
go away,
Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a
put me on my phone, okay.
here in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over Mississippi State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Utah! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
I'm mad. This is probably going to be the last season.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
Go win me a few more natties in here. I'm definitely winning one this year. This is probably the fastest team I had since I've been here. Fastest defense for sure.
Man, what a drive last time.
Wish I had one more pass rusher.
That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Going up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Going over the top.
Wow. I should have just spotted it. I don't even know why I even played that game. I don't even know why I played that game with you. I should have just swatted the fucking ball. Live to see another day. Oh yeah, he running.
They want to just keep throwing it.
What?
Touchdown, Ducks! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
He missed that motherfucker. My heart stopped for a second.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Hines is back in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient, and when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
On second down, just keeps firing. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Utes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Just about set to kick it away.
Utah, 45, Oregon, 31.
Fair catch, called for and made.
One stop away from tying the game, whole second half.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. To throw, it's Higgins. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's going to pass. He's going up top here late in the game.
Good D.
And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback extends the play. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
Throws to the tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one. And all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around. And now over.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Looking to throw, it's Higgins. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Oregon! And the comeback
That's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check yourself.
I already knew you was onside kicking it. I don't know why I did that.
Today feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Bulldogs offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 20 over Charlotte. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business.
Fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the
Fast,
football
need to
and
cut
throw
in.
high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult
That
point
was
of the game
crazy.
to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Utes will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Now the play fake. He wants to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down.
Shit like that, bro. That ends the
The offense
game.
trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, tried to cut to the inside, just not able to be on the same page there.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's looking downfield to throw. Dances away from the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Oh, it's a backbreaker for this defense. QB scrambling and picking up the first down with the lead here in the fourth quarter. It's going to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more seconds off the clock. Not what you were hoping for if you're on D that last play.
The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it.
Wow.
Here's an interception. Oh, do they need that turnover? Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown Ducks. How about that D making the play and lighting up the board and swinging some momentum in their favor? This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
Wow. Something told me not to run that play.
Seeing that
That
ball
is
in the
crazy.
end zone.
I was,
Eyes get big as
man.
saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Extra point, anything but routine. It's good, and we're tied here in the fourth quarter.
That is crazy.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stay in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16.
Just don't lose the game, goddamn.
A lot of work work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line.
And my quarterback got hurt.
They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab on the left side. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play.
All I ask is just let me hot route.
Open a drive like that, it
That's
opens a
all I
world
ask.
of possibilities. First down from
Let
the
me hot
43.
route. Thank you.
Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it downfield.
What?
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air. And gave it
No
back to his
way.
offense. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium. And the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so in the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously,
man.
everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy. But you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Yeah. Shit, let's go. You done fucked it up now. Let me get out this silly shit. Let me get out this silly shit.
Points here in overtime.
Let me get out this silly shit. My man brought it back in OT.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Going with the ground game left. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this up.
Oh, I can't tell.
The speed and the open field running ability on that last
ball,
play. And
man.
this is a guy that is going to be
Play ball.
key to the entire season for this offense.
First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Finds his big tight
Right.
end. Touchdown, Oregon! They take the lead here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll go to the toss. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Utah! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this
97.
guy is still running the ball this
97.
late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point. or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll throw it on first down.
Oh, come on.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Utes! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. Now in the second overtime, you must go for the two-point conversion.
Wow, man.
They do not get the two, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT.
Utah, 58. Oregon, 52.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Third down coming up.
Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Higgins. That's a good
Let's go.
end zone.
Good game. Good game. Good game.
And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time.
Yeah, right.
If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.